It's a policy Tony Abbott likes so much he's launched it twice. The opposition's officially relaunched its paid parental leave scheme, but it slipped in a few tweaks along the way. The program will now start later, cost taxpayers more and cost business less. And with a price tag of nearly $9 billion in the first 2 years alone, it's by far the coalition's most expensive election promise to date. But on the very day that Tony Abbott tried to win over female voters, his own words have tripped him up. From Canberra, Dana Robertson reports.
Some election promises don't even make it through to polling day.
Four girls.
Four girls.
Well,
Four girls. You've done one better than I have. There's one of my girls there. That's Louise.
Hi, how you going? Nice to meet you.
I only managed three.
Tony Abbott says it's the struggle his daughters might face balancing work and children that changed his mind about paid parental leave. But he's also changed his mind about when it'll happen. The coalition scheme has been delayed for a year and now won't start until mid-2012.
Obviously, Labor's scheme will operate should the coalition be elected from the 1st of January next year until the middle of 2012.
With his plans, if they happen at all, they'll happen on the never-never. People will have whole families before they see any benefit from Mr Abbott.
It's also projected to cost more than originally planned. In its first 2 years alone, the scheme will cost $8.8 billion.
But he's got Cookie Monster, so he's
Now he's got Polly Monster as well.
But taxpayers will foot more of the bill. The extra company tax business will pay to fund the scheme has gone down from 1.7 to 1.5%, although no one knows how long it'll last.
I just can't say when the levy will stop.
Throughout this campaign, Mr Abbott's kept his colourful turns of phrase under wraps.
He's going to be very gorgeous. He's going to be a bit of a
heartbreaker.
But today his discipline slipped. The opposition leader caused a stir when he used a phrase normally associated with anti-rape campaigns to attack the Prime Minister.
Are you suggesting to me that when it comes from Julia, no doesn't mean no? She said no repeatedly, and when she said no, I thought she meant no.
This sort of phrase isn't a joke. It's really a very clear statement about people's rights to say no to sexual advances and sexual activity when that's what they choose.
I think he's obviously upset a lot of people and he really needs to explain what he meant by that. I mean, he said it 4 times, so he obviously thinks it's a pretty clever line.
I'm not going to cop this kind of vicious smear from the Labor Party. I'm the father of 3 daughters. No one respects women more than I do.
Mr Abbott's words are a matter for Mr Abbott.
Julia Gillard's still touting for another debate, even though she insisted on only one when the campaign began.
I think what Mr Abbott is fearful of is a debate on the economy, because he doesn't have an economic plan for the future.
Now his polls are on the rise, Tony Abbott's no longer interested.
The last thing I am is scared of a debate. I am not going to put my campaign at a disadvantage because Julia Gillard's campaign has been taken over by the faceless men.
It's just a day since the Prime Minister chose to unleash her true self on the electorate, and she shifted her strategic focus along with it. Julia Gillard's attempting to turn the election into a referendum on the economy, even if it means embracing the government's achievements under Kevin Rudd. It's a message she's taken straight to workers on the New South Wales Central Coast.
Since the government was elected, there have been 450,000 jobs created. If you look at countries around the world like the United States, they lost 6 million jobs.
And the Reserve Bank's decision to leave interest rates on hold has only fuelled her argument.
We got an inflation number which was within the Reserve Bank's target band. Now, this is in fair sharp contrast to circumstances when we came into government and inflation was running at 16-year highs.
It's a story she'll be telling again and again in a marginal seat near you. Dana Robertson, Lateline.